Hi, Taurus. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on with you, the new person, and the old person. So this spread is going to be called the Love Triangle, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay. Whew. Okay. Okay, so overall energy for this monthly reading, this is going to be the monthly reading for September. This is the Three of Wands, and it's talking about awaiting results. So I feel like this is just talking about you waiting for your ships to come in. Okay, you're going to have a choice to make here with the Two of Wands. I tell you about this all the time, and the reason why I'm telling you about this is to keep you, focused on what it is that you need to do, and what the recommendation is from Spirit is, for you to let go of the old person in favor of the new. Okay, but like I said, this is free will. You have free will. You can do whatever it is you want to do. Okay, so underneath the Two of Wands we have the Ten of Cups. So it's talking about contentment and joy. You're finding your happiness. Okay, and then with the Two of Pentacles, Spirit is telling you this is going to be a balancing act. This can also talk about juggling. This could be the old person juggling, because we know that they're in third parties. This could be you as well, because you always have a lot of different suitors in your energy, whether you're male or female. Okay, and then with the Ten of Pentacles, I feel like this is what you're going for. I feel like with the Ten of Cups, this is what the old person wants to offer you, or wants to give you the smoke and mirrors, give you give you that, what is it, the 10-cent tour, the 2-cent tour of what they want you to think that they're trying to offer you. But in reality, this is what the new person wants to offer you. It's not just something that they can't sustain, because I feel like this old person with the Ten of Cups, they want to offer you this, the rainbows, the puppy dogs, the unicorns, but they cannot sustain this, because if they could sustain it, the two of you would be together, right? Okay, but with this new person, this is what it is. Let's do it again. They're offering you this Ten of Cups, but what's really going on is this damn Two of Pentacles, them trying to juggle you with other people. Okay, when it comes to your new person, this is what they're offering you, the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, love, money, family, legacy. It's like they're offering you the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles together, the new person. Okay, but what's behind it for them is, this is a true soulmate. This is Spirit talking about, this amazing connection the two of you have. And then with the Wheel of Fortune, this is a destined connection. So there's, and the wheel is upright. So this is luck coming towards you, a reward coming towards you from Spirit. Okay. And so, like I said, again, you're going to have a choice to make. Okay. There may be some things that you may be refusing to see. It's so funny. You got 3 tens. You got the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the number 10 card, which is the Wheel of Fortune. So you're 3 tens. But there may be some things that you're refusing to see with that Two of Swords. But Spirit is telling you, you got to take the blindfold off and really see what is going on here, because a lot of times we're so conditioned to not want to be in something with somebody, that we're not looking at them completely and looking at the whole package, looking at what they bring to the table totally. Okay, and I feel like when you compare the two people, the new person with the old person, it's going to be like, apples and oranges, because the new person is coming to you, with open hands. They're bringing things to the connection. Okay, and wanting you to profit from the two of you being together. And I don't mean profit like that, like it's a transactional thing. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying they want to lift you up. Okay. Whereas the old person is coming to you wanting to take things from you. Okay. And not wanting to give. They just want to take what they want when they want to take it, and you just deal with it. Okay. And so you got to look at those two things and weigh those two things and be like, what the hell is going on? Because like I said, they sit in this prideful and egoic energy. Okay, Taurus, but there's no guarantee that this person is ever going to get out of that energy. So it's like, you got to look out for you. You got to look out for what's best for you, because while this person is sitting in that energy, that's all they're doing is they're looking out for themselves and not paying attention to the fact that, hey, there's somebody else in this connection, they need to get their needs met as well. Okay. And so that's why I said, don't look at what somebody is telling you. All right. Because anybody can come to you like this and tell you all this BS, right? But it's how they're moving. And the way that they're moving, like I said, the way that they're moving, Taurus, it's not like this. It's like this. Okay. A balancing act, trying to balance you with other people. Okay. Because for some of you, it's not just you and somebody else. It's you and two or three or four some others. Because this person, as I've told you before, they love attention. And they're willing to do whatever they got to do in order to get it, in order to get their needs met, but they not thinking about nobody else's stuff. Okay. And you don't deserve to have a partner like that, because we've talked about this before. I talk about what amazing people y'all are, and how when you got a Taurus on your side, a Taurus be ride or die for your ass. Okay. I know that because I had a friend that was a Taurus. Like one of my best friends was a Taurus. And, we was like this. Nobody could mess with me. Nobody could mess with her. Okay. So you don't deserve somebody who's not going to give back to you what you're giving to them. Okay. That's what Spirit is trying to shake you and make you look at this and see what is going on. Okay. All right. So let's start by clarifying this Three of Wands. Hang on. Okay. So I feel like you are following the guidance that Spirit is giving you in this situation. Okay. So you are going to come through this situation and I feel like you're going to excel at what is happening in this situation, even though it may feel like at times like the scales were balanced against you. It's to see if you can, if you can buck up, if you can get through this and move through it and understand it's supposed to teach you, Taurus, that nobody, at the end of the day, nobody can break you if you don't allow them to. Or they may, like I said, they may hurt your feelings, but they can't break you. That's the mindset you got to have, okay, in this lifetime. Because people going to do shit. They're going to step on your toes. They're going to do shit. That's just life, okay? It is life. It is human nature for people to see how far they can take you, right? We know this, all right? But knowing this, okay, and being in a situation where you got to deal with it is sometimes two different things. But I feel like you are coming through this the way that Spirit is wanting you to, okay? So when it comes to your person, okay, this is about them, giving you that intimacy. I feel like, you tried to open up and be intimate with them, but they didn't give it to you in return. But I feel like this intimacy card is showing up too for the new person, because this is Spirit saying that, what was withheld from you and the old connection with the TF is now going to start to show up for you with this new person. Okay. All right. So let me get one more card, because this is about three people. Okay. So we've got race car that fell. This is talking about reckless, impulsive, wild, immature energy. I feel like this is representing the old person, the TF. Okay. Because for a lot of you, this person is younger than you are. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not somebody, an ageist person, but you got to realize, and I realize that age is not always an indicator of maturity, but Spirit is telling you that this is the type of energy this person sits in. They could be older than you and still sit in this type of energy. Okay. All right. And then we've got, see the dynamic between the two of you. We've got Nike sneakers. It says runner, chaser, avoidant, dodge. So this person is dodging any type of intimate connection with you. Okay. They're being wild and impulsive and reckless is what Spirit is trying to tell you with this reading. Okay. All right. So the first card, let me turn these over because I want to take it one step at a time. Okay, the first card that fell, this talks about how you feel about the old person, the twin flame. So we've got the Hangman. This is Pisces energy, and I feel this is a good card to see because I feel like, you know, you've pumped your brakes when it comes to this connection, okay? Because you put this situation on hold. I feel like you're trying to look at it from a new perspective so that you can, you know, get rid of things that no longer serve you. And I feel like a lot of you have come to Jesus and realized that this person, you know, is not for you. What their intentions are, it's not what you want, okay, out of a relationship. So let's clarify. The Hangman. The Hangman. Okay, so we've got for you the guilt wounds card. Okay, so this is a trigger. This person triggered your guilt wounds. So this is about you feeling sorry, using guilt to manipulate, being afraid to set boundaries. In this connection, these were the things that you needed to learn. Okay, you needed to learn to stop feeling sorry because you take up space, Taurus. There's nothing wrong with that. You're supposed to be allowed to take up space just like everybody else. Okay, you're here and everybody better fucking get used to it. That's the way I see it. Okay, and then using guilt to manipulate. Okay, you don't have to do that with the right people. You don't have to do that. All you got to do is be yourself. And the new people that are coming into your life, your soul tribe, they're going to get you. They're going to understand you, and there's going to be no need for you to do that. And then with the being afraid to set boundaries, the new people, your soul tribe, they're going to be respectful of the boundaries that you set. Okay, because I know what this is like. You are afraid sometimes to stand up for yourself because the people that have been around you in the past have made you feel like shit for trying to stand up for yourself and not take people's abuse. And so the people that are trying to mock you or make this difficult for you, when you try to set boundaries, that's how you know whether that person is supposed to be in your life or not. Because somebody that really cares for you, it might shock them at first that you're setting boundaries, but someone that really truly wants to be in your life is going to make the changes they need to make in order for the two of you to you know stay together and remain in a connection together, whether it's a romantic relationship, a familial relationship, or a friendship. Okay, all right. So when it comes to your person, we've got the music card here. So they're sending you, excuse me, they are sending you messages through music. So like I said, you might be hearing like random songs. It could be stuff that you don't normally listen to, but you need to listen to the song, listen to the messages, or look up the song, because a lot of times that's how they talk to you. Even the new person, like for me, my new person sends me things as well. Okay, all right. So this next card represents how you feel about the new person coming in. So we've got the World card, completion of a cycle. Let me clarify this card. I want to see what Spirit is saying about this card. Give me this. The World, please. Okay. This is a Spirit just saying that this person, you know, of course, is your soulmate. All right. And I feel like this is about you overcoming, you know, obstacles and overcoming obstacles and opening up new doors and opportunities for yourself with this World card. Okay. And you feel like this soulmate that's coming into your life is a really good new opportunity for you. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. The World. Yeah. So you've been isolating yourself, Taurus. Okay. I am guilty of this as well, because you just get fucking tired of people and they shit, and that's how I get sometimes. And I'm like, you know what? I just don't want to deal with it. So I just be here in this room by myself, and I just leave people alone because sometimes I'm just not in the fucking mood. Okay, and I feel like that's how you've been because of what happened with this other person. Okay, but there is somebody coming into your life, Taurus, who it's going to be a brand new day. Okay. All right. So this next card represents the twin flames feelings for you. So this is just talking about this person being a past life connection, and it can talk about them thinking a lot about you. So they do think a lot about you. They realize that there's some type of spiritual connection between the two of you with the Six of Cups. Okay. Let's clarify. Okay, yeah. This person has been seeing signs, okay, and synchronicities from spirit. And then we've got the reconciliation card. This person does want to reconcile with you, but I know a lot of you, like I said, you like, okay. But there may be some of you who want to reconcile with this person, and there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want. But what spirit is saying is when this person comes back to try to, get you back, you got to look at the energy that they sit in. You got to look at how they're moving. It's not what their mouth is saying, is what they're doing, what actions they're taking. Okay. All right. So this next card represents this the new person's feelings for you, and we got the Five of Pentacles. So hold on. Let me see why this Five of Pentacles card is showing up. Why is the Five of Pentacles here, Spirit? Okay, what are they walking away from? Okay. Okay. I feel like with this card, for some of you, this person may have already tried to come towards you, because I feel like for a lot of you, this person already knows who you are. Okay. You may not have pinpointed them yet. Okay. Because like I told you, you always have a lot of people around you, but I feel like this person knows who you are, and they may have tried to approach you before and been feeling left out in the cold or ghosted because you're dealing with this bullshit with this other person. Okay. But this person is not going to walk away from this situation. Okay. They are going to come towards you and take a risk. They don't care that, you may have turned them down or not wanted to be bothered in the beginning. This is somebody that sees you and sees your value, and they're not going to let this deter them from wanting to come towards you. So whatever you got going on, this person is going to try again. If they already have, and they got shot down, they're not going to give up, is what spirit is saying. Okay. All right. So this last card represents the outcome. So we got the Three of Swords, and it says heartache. And I feel like this is representing the fact that somebody in this situation is going to get their heart broken. Okay. Because you have to make a choice, right? We have the Two of Wands and the Two of Swords show up, right? So you're going to have to make that choice. And this Three of Swords is showing up because whoever it is that you don't choose is going to sit in this energy. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Three of Swords. Three of Swords. Three of Swords. Okay. So for you, we've got some secrets going on. I feel like the secrets here, let me clarify, but I feel like this is spirit saying the secrets that are coming up is going to be the fact that you're going to have somebody else. Okay. That this old person is going to come back with this surrender card, trying to surrender because you're on the right path of being with somebody new, and they're going to want to try to break that up. Remember, I told you they want you stuck and sitting there waiting for them for whenever they want to come in and deal with you or not deal with you. They want a situation where they don't have to do anything, and you'll just be there, and they can come in and out as they please, and then move around to all these other options that they have waiting for them as well. Okay. That's what I feel like this person is their plan, what it is that they're wanting to do. But they're going to see you on the right path with the new person and want to come and try to mess it up. Okay. That's what they're wanting to do with this Three of Swords. But I feel like you're gonna turn the tables on them, and they're gonna be the one sitting in the Three of Swords energy. Okay. Because they're going to want you to cut out the other person. But I feel like a lot of you are going to cut out the old person in favor of the new, because you're going to see what I'm telling you, that this person is going to match your energy. They're going to want to be with you and only you, and not be out here in the streets with all these other people. Okay. If they were ever like that, your new person, they've sown their wild oats. They've gotten that out of their system. And now they're ready to take a risk and to be in a long-term, stable and committed relationship with you. Okay. You are the one for them. Okay. All right. So let's get some messages from spirit, see what they want to tell you. Give me 1 second. Okay. Trying to see what cards I want to use. Okay, so we're going to get some messages of love from Spirit, and we'll get some messages from the old person and messages from the new person as well before I let you go. Okay? All right. Okay, so Spirit is telling you that it's, you got to accept what's going on. Because I know for a lot of you, it was very devastating to have to go through what you went through with the old person. Okay. And I keep coming back to that because this is about us healing. Okay. This is why Spirit keeps talking about the old person, because Spirit is wanting you to heal what happened between you and this person and move on and stop sitting in that Five of Pentacles energy, or, waiting for this person to come and give you an apology that they may never give you, because they could still come at you here and want to reconcile with you and still not give you an apology. So that's why I'm saying, don't be laying your hopes on no damn apology, because you gotta create your own closure, because this person, like I told you, they out for self. Okay. Then we've got release. Radical acceptance and surrender can help you let go. This is what Spirit is telling you, to let this old energy go so that the new person has space to come in. You have to hold space for the new person to come in. And in order for you to do that, we got to get rid of this old person, because the old person is not about you. Okay. All right. And then we've got retreat. Spirit is saying time alone or in nature will help you to recharge. Okay. So you could need to go out and ground yourself. Okay. Talk to some trees, step on some grass, whatever, float your boat to make you feel better. Okay. All right. So now we're going to get some messages from the old person, and then we'll get some from the new. For Taurus, Spirit, what does Taurus's twin want to tell them, Spirit? Okay. Here we go. Okay, so we've got, I mixed this deck together, right? It's two different decks, and I mixed it together to make it a new deck. But all that keeps coming out of the blue cards, not the pink ones at all. So we've got, from your old person, I still feel the pain. So this person, like I said, the both of you were triggered by what happened. Okay. And this person is still sitting in that energy, but they still feel the sexual tension as well. Okay. And then they're not financially stable. So this person can't even give you what it is that you want. Okay. Because I feel like, you want to be in a relationship where the both of you are able to, support each other and provide stability to each other in all areas. And this person is unable to do that at this time. Okay. Okay. So let's see what the new person wants to tell you. Okay. I hear you, Taurus. Hold on. Okay. So Spirit is telling you that this person is telling you that your body is a piece of art and your soul is a piece of heaven. So this person, it's not just about the physical for them. I'm not saying they don't have, feelings for you. There's not sexual tension between the two of you, because there is, but they see beyond that. I feel like that's the difference between this old person and the new person, is that the new person, yeah, they feel all that stuff that the old person feels, but they also see beyond that. They see into your soul. This is going to be somebody that's going to love your soul, because it's not about, at the end of the day, even though they find you attractive, it's not about what you look like. It's about your soul. The two of your souls recognizing each other, soul recognition. Okay. So we've got me plus you equals a power couple. Like I said, this person wants to build a legacy with you. That's why this 10 of Pentacles keeps coming up, because it's not just about love for them. It's about stability and about the two of you creating something that can stand the test of time. This person being your life partner. Okay. All right. And then we've got, you make me feel like a kid again. All right. Okay, Taurus, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Taurus. Hi, Taurus. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on with your love life. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Let me pull you over here. a little bit. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. All right, Taurus, here we go. So, overall energy for this week's reading is the Eight of Pentacles. So, you see it saying work in progress. So, Spirit is saying that in this situation, you are a work in progress. So, you are trying to basically prepare yourself to have a better relationship when it comes to your love life, right? Underneath this, we have the Five of Cups. It's talking about old wounds. These are things that need to be healed. Okay. Nobody likes to hear this. Nobody wants to do it, but you got to do it. Because like I said, I'm sure you're tired of having all these people in your face, but none of them are showing up the way that you want them to with the Five of Cups. This is also talking about you focusing on the negative, like what happened in the past between you and this person, third party, that type of thing. Because the normal card is someone standing by the riverside looking at three cups, right, that have fallen over, and then behind them, are two cups. But in order for you to get to those two cups, you have to continue to be a work in progress and do what it is you need to do in order to facilitate you turning around to look at those cups. Spirit is saying, you have to cry over spilled milk at times, but don't stagnate in it. Don't sit there and continue to stare at those cups, wondering, how you got to this situation. Figure out what happened, learn the lesson, take it with you, and turn around so you can get what it is you want out of your love life. Okay. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune here. This is Spirit telling you, okay, this is a major arcana card. Spirit is telling you with this card that you have destined opportunities. Destiny is coming towards you in the form of a new lover. Okay. But in order for you to get there, look, there you go. In order for you to get, ooh, and he got his shirt off, girl. He got his shirt off, or man, the woman got his shirt off. Look, the woman got her shirt off. You gotta make it fit if you're a male and you watch my channel. All right. Because this is equal opportunity here. What we talking about, right? So this Emperor, this is somebody that's about their business. This is a boss B or a boss, male. This is somebody that sits in their boss energy. Okay. They got big D energy, big P energy, whatever you want to call it. Okay. This is somebody who is, like Master P says, about it. This person is about their stuff, and they're coming in not wanting to play with you. Okay. This is someone who is wanting to have a seat at your table and bring all these things to the table. Okay. You're gonna have to find a place for your stuff to fit at the table, because they bringing all this stuff for you with this Emperor card. Okay. Then we've got the Eight of Cups here. Spirit is telling you, in order for you to get this big D or big P energy, in order for to have this person come into your life, you got to walk away from what no longer serves you. Okay. You have to understand why you're walking away from it. Okay. Understand the patterns from your past that led up to you walking away and making these types of decisions, because your discernment is what's going to carry you through this situation and any further situations that you deal with in any area of your life for the rest of your life. Okay. And then we have the Three of Wands here. Okay. So it's saying awaiting results. All right. While you're awaiting these results, waiting for your ships to come in, it will behoove you to continue to work on yourself, because balance is what's going to help this person to come in. This is Sagittarius energy. Okay. And this is Spirit saying that this is, again, is a soulmate. And this is going to be a very healing connection for both sides, both the Emperor and both you two. Okay. And then look under here. There's the Two of Cups, strong connection, mutual attraction. All right. And this is going to be a relationship, if you want it, with this Queen of Pentacles, where it's going to be long-term, stable, committed. This person will marry you. This person will be your life partner. You can have a family. Look at the woman with the baby and the lamb. You can have a family if that's what you're wanting, is what Spirit is saying in this connection. Okay. All right. And it's going to be a very truthful connection with the Ace of Swords. This person is going to come in telling you the truth. It's going to be equality on both sides. It's going to be equal love, equal interest, equal everything. All right. Okay. So we're going to start by clarifying this Eight of Pentacles. It's for Taurus spirit. Okay, here we go. Eight of Pentacles. Okay. So yeah, see, family. This is going to be somebody like either if you already have kids and this person already has kids, because the Emperor can be a fatherhood card. The both of you are going to be able to combine your families and create a new blended family. But for those of you who don't have children and you're of childbearing age, you can have a child with this person if that's what you're wanting. Okay. All right. So the first placement we're going to take a look at is the situation. So what's going on with the situation is we have the Two of Pentacles and we've got the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is Pisces energy. So Spirit is telling you that this situation is a balancing act. It's about you being balanced, right? Not leaning too far to the left, too left or too far to the right, right? So with the High Priestess, Spirit is telling you what's going to keep you balanced is your intuition, okay? This person that's coming in, they may see you at first as unattainable because they've put you on a pedestal, but this person is going to come in and treat you the way you've always wanted to be treated and the way that you've always deserved to be treated, Taurus, okay? All right, let's clarify. Okay, yeah, see, look, devotion. This person is coming in devoted, okay? I hear that song from Greece, Hopelessly Devoted by Olivia Newton-John. That's the song I hear in my head whenever I see this card, okay? So this is somebody, like I said, who is not playing. They're serious about being with you and creating a life with you, okay? So this next card here represents the challenge and the connection. So we've got the Chariot. This is Cancerian energy. It says charging ahead. I feel like what Spirit is telling you with this card, it is talking about overcoming obstacles, balancing both sides of your personality, the dark and the light. So it's not about you turning away from your shadow or you demonizing your shadow, because you have a lot of qualities, a lot of skills, a lot of things in your shadow that can help you if you blend it together with the light side, with the light side of your personality, that will help you to move forward. So it's about you going in, looking at those things, overcoming these obstacles and heading towards what it is that you want with the Chariot card. Okay, let's clarify. Okay, so Spirit is telling you the important thing here is to keep your vibration as high as possible. Now, when I say that, I'm not telling you to walk around like, and you having a bad day and you like, Spirit is telling me I can't have a bad day. I can't be upset. Everybody has a bad day. Spirit is saying to do the best you can, okay? Just like I told you with the Five of Cups card. Don't sit and stare at the Three Cups and keep staring at it and keep staring at it and keep staring at it, because all you're going to manifest is more situations like that. So with this, it's like when you're having a bad day, deal with it and snap yourself out of it and get back to feeling as good as you possibly can. Just try to keep your vibration as high as you possibly can, or like the middle road. That's what I say, the middle road, because I find that if you try to go too high the next day or a few days after that, the universe will correct it. So like if you're deliriously happy one day, the next day or a few days after that, you might be down in the dumps, because true balance is not high up and not low down. It's in the middle. Okay. So that's what I feel like Spirit is telling you with this vibration card, to try to keep your vibration as in the, as I guess in the middle as possible. Okay. Okay, the next card we're going to take a look at represents the guidance from Spirit. So we got the Nine of Wands showing up here. Aries got the same card. If you have Aries placements, you may want to take a look at that reading. So it says trials and tribulations. So this is a test of faith, is what Spirit is telling you, okay? Can you suffer these slings and arrows? Can you go through all this stuff? Can you get dragged by all these people like you've been dragged by all these people, Taurus? And can you move forward and step into who you were always meant to be, to have the type of relationship you were always meant to have, okay? All right, let's clarify. So like in the fifth dimension, this is what Spirit is saying. You and this new person, the soulmate, are already together in the fifth dimension. It just has not manifested completely here on the 3D, but the person in the 3D, but the person is coming. Okay. All right. But you got to work on yourself now. I'm telling you, I told Aries this, and I'm telling you the same thing, Taurus. You can't sit here and think that, okay, because I'm not going to be in the twin flame connection, no, anymore, I don't have to work on myself. That's bullshit. Okay. Because anything you don't work on, you're going to essentially be dragging the residue of that crap into your relationship. And you don't want to add obstacles to a relationship, because relationships are already a test. They're already a challenge. And so you don't want to, I guess, what is it? Chop your foot off or chop your leg off at the knee. What do it? Cut your leg off at the knee, or whatever they say. And put, have yourself at a disadvantage when you start a connection, because it's gonna mess up what you're trying to do. Okay. All right. So the next card we're going to take a look at represents the focus. So King of Swords. So this is talking about you making a head over heart decision about, and being discerning about what is going on in your love life. Okay. Like I said, because a lot of times when we let emotion lead, we tend to get carried away about certain things. It's like we don't look at who somebody really is sometimes. And I feel like with this, Spirit is saying you got to be truthful with yourself with the King of Swords, because the King of Swords is somebody who doesn't play. Okay. This is somebody very independent. This is someone who's worked on themselves to get themselves to a high enough level to where they can afford to pick and choose. Like they can have the options lined up and pick and choose who they want to be with, because they've worked on themselves and gotten themselves to this point. This is someone, like I said, who is very truthful, not only to themselves, but to other people as well. It's someone who doesn't play around with people. I'm not saying that's what you do, but I'm saying this is the type of person that we're talking about here. And this is also somebody that if if the other person can't hold your attention, this is the energy that you need to sit in. If the other person can't hold your attention because they're not on your level, you got to be, discerning and be willing to cut them out and move on. Because this is about who is going to treat Taurus the best, who is going to give Taurus exactly what Taurus needs. Because as I told Aries, you know what you bring to the table. You bring 100% to the table in a relationship, right? You've just gotten all these people running throughout your life, because you have more people than most people, most signs. I always see a whole bunch of damn people in your readings. I tell you that every week when we talk about certain things. You have all these face cards in your readings every time. And so I feel like, what Spirit is trying to tell you is you already know what you bring to the table. So instead of focusing on what you're bringing to the table in this love relationship, you need to be looking at the other people, the people that are coming in, and assessing them, okay, from this standpoint. The fact that you're standing in your power, you've worked on yourself, you've gotten yourself to a certain point, you're discerning, and you know what you're looking for. That's why I tell y'all, make that list about, your deal breakers and the things that you're looking for in a person, so that when they show up, you've already laid the foundation for the energy you want the person to step in. Okay. So you gotta look at that with this King of Swords here. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you. So yeah, because there's been some deception. Okay, like I told you, a lot of times when we're in love, I'm guilty of this too. I would not look at the type of person that I was dealing with and what they were truly doing until after the fact. And when I go back now and I look at the things from the past, the other day I actually went through almost all of my relationships and looked at each person, and I was thinking about like what it was they were trying to get out of the relationship. And it was crazy, the things that were coming up, but it was because when they made those things known, I was at, I had my blindfold on, like Two of Swords, not wanting to see the red flags, not wanting to see what's going on. But you can't do that. You have to realize you can't be self-deceptive. Okay. And this is how people who are deceptive sneak into your energy, because you're not looking at what this person is bringing to the table, or when they mess up, you're not truly assessing what they did and kicking their asses out, if they don't meet your needs. Because think about it. Like I'm talking to the females right now. Think about with men. If you don't check all their damn boxes, you don't look the way they want you to look, you don't operate the way they want you to operate, so on and so forth. If you know this, they cutthroat. They get rid of your ass and they on to the next. And so you got to be the same way. I feel like that's what Spirit is saying with this King of Swords card. You got to be ruthless, because this is about your life. This is about somebody you're going to spend the rest of your life with. So you can't be saying, oh, well, I'm looking, because think about it. Why, those movies we watch, the rom-coms and stuff like that, where the two friends are together and they like, and one of them is like, well, he's not my type, and the other one is like, come on, girl, it's a dry season and you need to look the other way. Some stuff you ain't gonna get everything on your list or whatever. But men are not like that, and you know that, because if you missing one damn thing they don't want, on that they have on their list and it's not there, they on to somebody else. So you got to be this same way. But in order to be this way, you got to sit in this energy and be bringing your A game to the table, so that when these B and C and D games show up, you like, hell no, we're not doing that, because you're not even matching me. We want you to be so high up here, Taurus. To these people, they can't just come with any kind of anything with cheesy pickup lines and all this kind of stuff. They got to come with true essence, with somebody with the how do I explain it? With the wherewithal to want to go above and beyond and do anything they gotta do in order to prove to you that they really want to be with you. These are the type of dudes and females that we looking for. We ain't looking for nobody that's down here and wanting to give you, the bare minimum, or not give you anything at all and expect you to give them everything, because that's the problem. That's what's happened in the past, and we trying to cut that shit out. Okay, all right. So the last card we have here represents the outcome. So we've got the 10 of Wands here. So I feel like, it says heavy burdens. You've been carrying a lot of burdens when it comes to this situation. And I feel like Spirit is saying, once you start to heal these things, you're going to be able to let them go, because this burden, this is baggage. This the bag lady and the bag man. Okay. You bringing this, dragging this stuff into these relationships with these people. And then you unpacking when you get there, and it's just, no. Okay, that's what Spirit said. No, it's time to let this stuff go so you can be free. That's why I tell y'all about forgiveness. Like I said, I'm not telling you that the person is wrong. I mean, is not wrong, and that they don't deserve, for you to have your feelings about them, whatever way you feel about them. But you gotta know that this is about you freeing up your energy so you can be free like the wind when you come into this connection with this other person. Because like I told you, other person is doing their work and you need to do yours as well, because it's got to be an equal match. Okay, so we've got two cards that fell. We have fear and we have free will. So you can't be afraid to let go, because some people have this mindset where if I let go of these things, then how am I going to identify? Because they've been carrying around these bags for so damn long. They think that this is who they are, and this is not who you are, Taurus. You're a beautiful, loyal person, and you deserve, and loving person, and you deserve to have somebody who's just as beautiful, just as loyal, and just as loving as you are. But this shit here stands in the way of you getting that. Okay, and a lot of you may be afraid to let go of some of these things. Okay, but you just got to do it. You just gotta bite the bullet and do it. Okay, then we've got the free will card. Spirit is telling you it's up to you to do whatever it is you want to do. Okay, but like I told you, don't think that you can just coast through this and slide right into the relationship that you're wanting with the baggage, because I'm telling you, you'll self-sabotage it. That's why Spirit is adamant about you working on it. And it's not a thing where you got to clear up 100% of your stuff. You just got to put an effort in, start to work on yourself. And like I said, as you continue on, you're being guided by your spiritual team. You're being guided by your intuition, and they will direct you on what you need to do next. Okay. All right. So now we're going to get some messages from this new person that's coming in. I was gonna use this other deck, but I used it for Aries and the twin snuck in. So I'm gonna just completely leave that deck alone, and we're gonna use this deck here. And if they sneak into this one, I got some other ones. Okay, we can deck it all night. I got a whole bunch of deck. I got so much stuff on this table. That's why I can't pull the camera down, because you'll be like, woo, with the cards. Hold on. Okay, I pulled a lot of messages to see, because some of them might be from the twin. Okay, see, please be patient, because I'm afraid of commitments. This is the twin. Please don't hate me for ghosting you. You didn't deserve it. This person is trying any way they can to get. So see, a lot of you want me to read new love. We read new love. Spirit is coming with the deets, but this twin is trying to sneak in as well. Okay, but here we go. We got something from the new person. I never expected to fall in love with you so quickly. So I told you, for a lot of you, this person is already in love with you. Okay, they already know who you are. For some of you, this person can see that you're going through something, and they're not trying to take advantage of you, because you know how some people will do. They'll be like, oh, she's going through something, so let me, or he's going through something, let me sneak in, under the radar, so I can get in there while they going and they distressed and they ain't really looking. This person is not like that. They're very, on the up and up. So they're already in love with you, and they're just trying to give you a chance to get yourself together so that they can come in. Okay, so then we've got, I love you so much. Okay, this is the twin, but I keep running from you. I don't understand why I do this. Okay, come on, let's see if we can get something else. Hold on, I'm just gonna, okay, here we go. Okay, so we've got, I hope to have a future with you one day. All right, that's for the new person. All I'm thinking about right now is how attracted to you I am. Okay, and then you got some more from the old person. I think about you so much, it's scaring me. Okay, I get scared for being honest with you. And then I love you today, tomorrow, and always. I was just a fool for not admitting it earlier. So this person is trying their best to get in to talk to you any kind of way, because for a lot of you, you're not, if they're trying to communicate with you in the 3D, you're not hearing it. This person can feel you moving away from them if you haven't already moved away from them, and they can feel this new person coming into your energy. Okay, all right, so let's get some messages from spirit. So we have acceptance. Everything happens for a reason. Like I said, you were supposed to learn from this twin flame connection. Okay, retreat. Time alone or in nature will help you recharge. Okay, this is about you taking time for yourself. This time to yourself is very important right now. And then protected. You are safe and divinely guided. All right, okay, we're going to get a romance angel card, and then I'm going to let you go. Okay, so we've got getting to know each other. It says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So spirit is telling you, keep your heart open, Taurus. Don't shut yourself down because of what this other fucker did to you. Okay, I know what they did was messed up, but if you close your heart off, the new person, you're not giving the new person a chance, because when the new person comes in, they're going to be open to you. All right, and they're going to be willing to go at whatever pace is comfortable for you. That is what I keep wanting to impress upon you, so you understand that this is not going to be somebody who is trying to take advantage of you, or take advantage of the fact that you are wounded right now. They're willing to work with you and take the time for this to progress into something, because like I said, this person wants to be your life partner. They're showing up as the fucking emperor. Okay, they got all the best qualities of all the kings or the queens. It's like I said, because if you're a guy watching my channel, the empress. Okay, so don't forget that. And then that's what the healing does. The healing is what keeps you open, keeps you from shutting your heart down and closing your heart down because you've been hurt. Because there's nothing wrong with you feeling some type of way because you've been hurt, but you can't let it direct your life, because if you let it direct your life, it's like you looking through life with those dirty glasses I tell y'all about. Like, it's got fingerprints and it got oil and all kinds of crap, dirt and all this stuff, and so that's the things you need to heal are all that residue on the glasses. And when you clear those glasses off and look through them, life looks completely different once you've gone through some healing and you realize everything happens for a reason. Okay, because let me tell you, you don't open yourself up you don't open yourself up to this new person. That's what the twin wants. That's what the old person wants. They want to keep you stuck. They want to keep you with your heart closed. So if you don't do it for any other reason, it's to give this other person the damn finger and let them know, I'm not playing around with your ass no more. I'm moving forward and I'm moving on with my life. But remember, you got free will. If you don't want to be in a relationship with somebody else, with somebody new, that's up to you as well. But spirit is still recommending that you do your healing. Okay. All right. I hope this helped, Taurus. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Taurus. Hi, Taurus. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on in your love life. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, here we go. Overall energy for this week's reading is the Page of Wands. Fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I feel like this card is just talking about, excitement and curiosity. It can also speak of like communication coming from, a lot of times when this card shows up, I feel like this is talking about your twin, Taurus, okay? Because they always show up as a page. Sometimes they show up as a king, but usually they're showing up as a page because this person is very immature. They're very very childish, okay? And I feel like that's why they're showing up like this, okay? So I feel like they're watching you and they're very curious and excited. They may be trying to come towards you to communicate because, the Page of Wands can talk about, communication. Underneath this, we have the Judgment card. This is Scorpio energy. Is talking about a second chance in love with a higher level of commitment with the Hierophant, okay? So it's your energy. And then we've got the Lovers here, which is Gemini energy, and it is talking about, a perfect relationship where you vibe with this person on every level, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. And then we've got the Two of Pentacles here, which can talk about juggling because you have the person from the past, which is the twin, and the new person coming, which is the soulmate. Okay, you always have more than two people. So there may be some other people. You might have 6 or 7 pentacles you try to juggle. Okay. Underneath this is the Hermit. This is Virgo energy. I feel like this is representing you. It is talking about you sitting in this energy where you're using it to heal what has happened in your love life so you can move forward to what it is you want. Okay. There's a Tower moment coming here with the Scorpio, with this Scorpio card. And I feel like it's a change to a long time situation where, you haven't been getting treated the way that you want it to be treated. Okay. And so because of that, because you're doing your healing, is going to create a Tower moment. All right. And then here you go. This is the energy you're sitting in right now with the Queen of Swords. And this is talking about, you protecting your energy, being very truthful with people, probably to a fault. They're probably not liking what's coming out of your mouth, but who cares? Because people need to approach you properly if they don't want to get chopped by this sword. Okay. So we are going to start by clarifying the Page of Wands. Let's go. Oh, see it? Look, we got a reconciliation about to come to pass, and Spirit is telling you to be patient, okay, and take your time. Wait for it to, come about. We all want to rush things. We want it yesterday, but in this situation, everything's, it's divine timing, and both of you have to be ready for this situation, okay? So Spirit is telling you, that you and I feel like this is you and the new person, the soulmate. You have telepathy. You're talking to each other telepathically. Okay. You may be dreaming about this person. They may be dreaming about you. When you first wake up, you may be getting, psychic messages from them. Okay. Then we've got the Music card here showing messages received and sent as well. Okay. And then we've got the Desire card. So you got a lot of passion for this new person that's coming in. Okay. All right. Okay, so when it comes to this is your twin. They're now trying to sit in this divine masculine energy, but I feel like you don't really care about that because the new person is already in this energy. Okay. All right. Let me get one more card. Okay. So we've got poker face here, taking a risk, taking a chance, taking a risk, not showing their hand, gambling. This could represent your twin trying to come towards you, taking a risk to come towards you. Because remember, it's clarifying the Page of Wands. And like I said, the new person never shows up as like a page. They're usually a king or queen. Okay. So this first card here represents what's going on with you this week. And we have the World. And I feel like this is talking about, just you trying to overcome personal challenges. You're trying to open up new doors and opportunities for yourself because you don't like the way things have been going with your love life in the past. I feel like you're not liking, the state of affairs in a lot of areas in your life with this World card. Okay, let's clarify. So you are working to change it. So you're going through a transformation because look at the butterflies. See the butterflies all around her? And you're sitting on top of the world. Okay, I hear Brandy has a song called Sitting on Top of the World, and that's what I hear in my head. Okay. So we've got the guidance card here. This is spirit, saying that they're guiding you through this transformation that you're going through with the World. Okay, you're closing out an old cycle of the way, of you being treated in a way that you hated being treated this way. And I feel like you're hell bent and determined to get yourself out of that. And that's why the World card is showing up like this. Okay. All right. World. Yeah, we've got separation, sadness, bitterness, missing you, thinking about you, uncertain future. I feel like this is your twin. Okay, the two of you are separated, of course, but I feel like this sadness and bitterness, I feel like the bitterness might be you, but the sadness is your twin. Okay, they're missing you because they can't munch on your energy because you're gone. Okay, I'm not laughing at any pain or anything like that you're going through. I'm talking about what spirit is telling me about the munching. Okay, all right. So the card we have for your person, Ten of Wands. Okay, so this is talking about, I feel like this is talking about the twin, that this situation has become very burdensome to them because you have left. Okay, for a lot of you, I feel like your soul contract may have been broken with this person. Okay, because if you feeling like this person is a stranger to you now and you no longer have feelings for them, then that means that your contract with them has been broken, and it has the new one with the soulmate has started up. Okay, this Ten of Wands, this person is overwhelmed and burdened because this is part of their karma for disrespecting you, mistreating you, and abusing you. Okay, let's clarify. Okay, we got the date card showing up here. So I feel like, because this person is going through this stuff, it's because they're trying to stop this here. They know they did something wrong. They realize that they're reaping what they've sown. And so now they're going to try to come towards you, wanting to date you and wanting to make you believe that they want commitment. But we all know the story, right? This person is just trying to use this in order to stop the negative events that are happening in their lives because they've backstabbed you. Okay, so this is talking about heartbreak and pain, separation and loss, deception and lies, a shocking attack. So this person didn't expect all this crap, this avalanche of bad karma that's falling on them. They didn't expect this, right? So it's like they feel backstabbed, but in all actuality, this backstabbing is occurring because of what they did to you. They backstabbed you and now they're getting backstabbed. So this person is going to try to come towards you, make you think that this is what they want because they're trying to make things right between the two of you again so they can try to reestablish their control, whatever control they felt like they had over you, and to try to stop this karma from happening. But they can't stop it because they were the ones that set it in motion. Okay. All right, so when it comes to the energy between the both of you, see, there it is, Knight of Wands. They trying to come in and out. Fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You know about the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands comes in, blustering in with all this passion, acting like they're gonna seduce you. You know, like I don't know if I'm telling my age, but I don't know if y'all know like the Looney Tunes. You know, Pepe Le Pew, the little skunk. That will always, tell you, oh, I'm gonna take you here, I'm gonna do this, and then he be kissing like that. That's what this person. That's what spirit is giving me. This person is like trying to fucking seduce you, but all they're doing is trying to set you up, okay? Like a I see bowling pins at the bowling alley. You know, like when the machine comes down and sets them down and then goes away, and then the person is about to bowl and strike out. I feel like that's what this person is doing. They're trying to set you back up so that they can, strike you out with the bowling ball, because they just want you there for whenever they feel like they want to deal with you, and they feel like they should just be able to put you just right there, and you should just stay there until they're ready to deal with you. Okay. All right, let's clarify. Like I said, I know y'all don't want to talk about this old person, but we got to talk about this old person. There's a reason why they're bringing up the twin, okay? And it's because you got these abandonment wounds, Taurus. This is one of the things that you got to heal, okay? So this is talking about you having a fear of being loved, a fear of being left, not loved, overgiving to keep the masculine from leaving, being codependent, and an inability to trust. These are some of the things that are blocking you from that new person that's trying to come in. Okay, these are the things you need to take a look at. Okay, I'm putting it close to the screen. If you want to take a screenshot of something to know what it is that spirit is asking you to take a look at and to work on. Okay. All right. Then we've got the detached card, and I feel like this is talking about the twin no longer needing things to work out a certain way. Going with the flow. Like I said, they're trying to remanifest you back into their lives because they don't want to come towards you. They don't want to come towards you and actually have to do anything. Like I said, this person wants to receive everything for doing nothing. That's basically them. They want attention. They want your love and care. They want you to just be there for them whenever they need it. Be able to come in and out, have sex with you when they want. All these things, whatever, therapist or whatever, if they want to talk, all these things, this is what this person wants. But they don't want to put anything into it. They don't want to have a relationship with you. This is just about, having sex, having attention, being taken care of, but not having to pay the cost for it. Okay. Which is, which the cost would be a damn relationship, because that's how you treat people in a relationship. Right. So this is why we got the golden mirror showing up here. Narcissistic person. They love bomb you. They're very self-absorbed, very one-sided. Okay. And I feel like these things keep showing up because spirit is trying to get you to understand that this is an empath narcissist relationship so that you can heal it for good and not have to go back through this again. Okay. And a lot of times that's how we learn, by seeing the same things over and over again until we get what it is we need to get out of the situation. Because these same types of cards show up for me all the time as well. Okay. You have to begin healing or to continue to heal. Like I said, I know it sucks. I know you don't want to do it, but you got to think about it. How bad do you want that new person? How bad do you want to be treated right in a relationship? How bad do you want all of this abuse and all these things that have been happening to you? How bad do you want it to stop? That's what you got to ask yourself at the end of the day. Okay. Okay. So when it comes to the outcome, we've got the Temperance card. Okay. This is Sagittarius energy. It is talking about balance. Okay. The need for balance, because you see how her toe or her foot or her toes are dipped in the water, and then one of the feet is out. One foot is out. This is talking about a balance between your emotions and your logic. Okay. And see how she keeps pouring back and forth from one cup to the other. That's what this is about. Like, you not putting all your eggs in one basket. But look, there's the butterflies again. Okay, it's a transformation. This is a transformational thing that needs to happen. Spirit is saying, for some of you, you may be working too much. You may be, spending too much time, you know, putting in an inordinate, let me try it again, putting in an inordinate amount of time in something in your life, okay? And that's no good, because you got to have, even if like, for instance, me, I read these cards. I love to read these cards. I will sit this table all day, every day, if Spirit allowed me to do that, okay? When I go too far and I do too much, Spirit will cut my channel where I can't work. I'm not talking about YouTube channel. I'm talking about my channeling. They will cut it where I can't work at all until I rest. So I'm saying all this to tell you that you don't want it to get to that point to where something has to happen for you to get rest and stuff like that. You have to start to police yourself, because you got somebody else coming into your life. And if you're working too much, you can't expect to have a healthy relationship, because what you gonna tell the person? Okay, I know you here and I love you and I'm glad you here, but I got to go over here and work all day. You can't do that. You have to make time and space for each thing in your life. You can't put all your eggs in one basket. Just like you can't spend all day long with your person, you can't spend all day long every day working. Okay? You have to find a good balance between everything in your life, not just those two, examples I gave you of your person and work. Whatever it is that you're doing, you have to find the balance, is what Spirit is saying. Okay, and Spirit is also telling you that when this new person comes into your life, it's going to be a very healing connection. Okay, because this is going to be someone who works on themselves and does a lot of the things that Spirit is recommending that you do in these readings. Okay, all right, let's clarify. Yeah, Spirit is telling you to keep the faith. Okay, keep the faith. And just as much as, just as bad as you want this person wants to be with you as well. But like I said, when you don't work on these things, you're slowing down this person coming into your life. So it would behoove you. I was about to call you Cancer. You might be dealing with somebody that's a Cancer, but it would behoove you, Taurus, to make sure you're working on these things. Work on it daily. It doesn't have to be a thing where you work for hours and hours and hours every day on this. Just pick something with this and pick one thing a day and work on it. You don't have to overdo it, but you got to show Spirit that you're trying to listen to what they're saying, so that you can move forward like you want to. All right. Okay, so this new person that's coming in, okay, they're going to be all about teamwork, all about compromise. Okay, all about the two of you working together, putting in the work to build the type of relationship that you both want. Okay, you both deserve and desire. Okay, then we've got the hardship card. This is your twin. Okay, this is what they're going through right now. They're going through hardship because they fucked with you and Spirit is not having it. Okay, so they are currently reaping what they've sown, but this is not all of the things that they're about to reap, because they got to reap you. When they come towards you, they got to reap you rejecting them like they rejected you. Okay. All right. Let me get one more card here. Yeah. See, there's the karmic relationship card. I tell y'all all the time, this is a karmic relationship between you and this person, because, you're triggering each other. There's a lot of resentment. Neither one of you are at a point where you can sustain this connection. So this is what it is until, you're able to move on for this. When you close out the cycle, this will be gone. But if you try to go back through anything with them again and they're not ready and you're not ready, it's going to be another karmic relationship. It won't be what a twin flame relationship is supposed to evolve into when both people heal themselves and do what they're supposed to do. Okay. Then we've got the not today card. Boundaries and hurt, avoiding conversation, not dealing, still upset. So your twin is still butthurt because of what happened between the both of you, because of what they did and what they're blaming on you. They're still butthurt about it and not wanting to come forward or whatever. So they're still pushing that boulder up the hill. Okay. And sitting in this sitting in this energy here, feeling like you backstab them when it's the opposite. I've never heard of no shit like that before in my life. Somebody just doing shit to other people and expecting and acting like it was the other person. I don't know. The crazy, I don't get it. I guess because I'm not crazy. That's why I don't understand it, I guess. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some messages. Let's get some messages from the new person. Well, let crazy talk first, and then tell your twin, and then we'll get the messages from the new person. Trying to see what deck. Okay. I got a new deck. I'm gonna try this deck again once I get through. That's why I'm trying to let your twins say what they want to say, because I got a new deck. But sometimes they come up in the new deck too. Okay. So we've got, I was selfish and immature. Please forgive me. Some of you, this may be the only apology you get. It may just be here, because for a lot of you, I don't feel like this person, when they come towards you, they're gonna try to dance around it, try to make it sound like you know how people come towards you and they act like they apologize, but they didn't really apologize. I feel like that's what's gonna happen with this person. Okay. Then we've got, I never expected to fall in love. Things move so fast and I didn't know how to trust my feelings for you. There is no one else thinking about you all day. BS. BS. No, this person is a liar. Maybe we are better off separated. Okay. So we're going to try this deck and let's see what the new person wants to tell you. Yeah, they coming out in this one too. Let's see. I'm going to use the other one let me use the other one. Okay, so we've got, you're the only one I see. I feel like this is from the new person. Then we've got, I'm afraid you will forget about me, but I wouldn't blame you. All right. Okay, we've got, I'm a better person because of you, and I feel more optimistic and full of life. Okay, so you make this new person want to be better. You inspire them to be a better person. I'm thinking of you in this very moment. I miss you. Okay. Then we've got, I daydream of our future together. I can feel all the love you're sending me, and it's electrifying. Okay. All right. All right, let's get a message from Spirit. Okay, so we've got detour. An alternate course of action is needed to move past this roadblock. I just feel like with that detour card, Spirit is talking about, you healing, because that's what that causes a block. It causes a block from the things that you want to come in. It blocks them from coming in, because that's part of the prerequisite for you to have this, new person show up in your life. Then we've got fear. Fear is creating a delay in the forward progression of this partnership. Okay, they're talking about the twin. Then we've got misguided. Someone was misled down the wrong path that was not for their divine good, right? Okay, so let me get the Hollywood Romance Stars Oracle card before I let you go. Okay, so we've got harvest. It says you planted the seed that the universe gave you. Due to your patience and growth, you are now able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Okay, so keep working on yourself. Keep doing the things you need to do, because you're close to reaping what you've sown when it comes to this new person coming in. Okay. Then we've got, reconciliation. Be open to someone returning and wanting to work things out. This is the twin, I guess. Sexual healing. Sexual energy can be used to reconnect. Let your bodies release some tension and enjoy pleasure. I feel like this is talking about the new person. And then best part. If life were a movie, being with each other would be the best part. You both bring out the better parts of each other. New person. Okay. All right. Taurus. I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Please have a good day or good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Taurus. Hi, Taurus. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on with you and the new love, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, so overall energy for this week's reading is the Three of Cups. Okay, so it is talking about reunion, okay, with someone from the past, but it's not, well, I don't know. I can't say necessarily with y'all that it's going to be just somebody from a past life, because you know, y'all always got, you know, what I call y'all the hooches of the zodiac, right? So you always got people. So it could be for you somebody from this past, this life in the past, but if it is, it's going to be somebody that comes in with new energy. Okay, then we've got the sun here. This is Leo energy. It is talking about, you know, happiness. So it's also speaking of your soulmate coming in. Okay, we've got the Four of Pentacles here. This can talk about, you know, holding yourself back emotionally. You could also speak of like holding on. All right, so if you're holding yourself back emotionally because of the things that have happened to you in the past, Spirit is advising you to let this go, because if you want to bring in this soulmate here that's being represented by the sun, you got to be open, because this person's going to be open as well. Okay, this person is going to be your wish fulfillment, what you've prayed for, what you've manifested. Okay, and it is going to be something long-term, stable, and committed. So we're going to start by clarifying the Three of Cups. Okay, so you know, you and your soulmate are separated at this time for most of you. Okay, because everybody's going to be at a different point in this reading, and I feel like, you know, you're very irritated, very annoyed by it. Look at her face. Okay, and look at his. Okay, so because I got guys that watch my channel too, so look at his face. You know, I feel like, you know, you're up to here, you're fed up with it, you know, by now, because it's, you know, for a lot of you it's been a while. Okay, but this person, the soulmate, is wanting to come in, wanting to take a chance, not wanting to miss out on this opportunity. So this person is coming. Okay, everything's being divinely guided. I know y'all don't like to hear that, but this is what, you know, is going on, and things have to happen when it's time for them to happen. Okay, so we've got the scythe here, so it's talking about, you know, sudden, unexpected. So this connection is going to come together out of nowhere. Okay, you're not going to know when it's coming. That's why I don't even talk about timelines and stuff like that, because it's going to be different for all of you, and it's meant to be a surprise. You're not supposed to know when this person is coming. You know, you just got to be glad that they're telling you that the person is coming, because I feel like, you know, it's to give you hope, to give you to give you the inspiration to get out of this energy with this other person. Okay, all right, so the first card we have here represents your desires and goals for the relationship. So we've got the Two of Swords here. Okay, let me clarify this, because I want to see what Spirit is telling us about this. Two of Swords. Okay, so we've got the Two of Swords here. This is talking about red flags. It's talking about sticking your head in the sand and, you know, being blindfolded and not seeing certain things. And the card that is clarifying it is the Toxic Addictions card. Okay, so there is something that you are spending too much time doing, Taurus. It could be drinks, it could be drugs, it could be, you know, you could be working too much, you could be eating too much. Anything can be an addiction. Going to the gym too damn much can be an addiction. Okay, because you could seriously hurt yourself if you're going to the gym too much. But whatever this is, Spirit is saying this is something that has to get, you know, under control. For some of you on this card, is talking about thoughts. So you may be having all these limiting belief thoughts that need to be dealt with. Okay, this is about clean up. Okay, clean up on aisle 7. All right, this is or aisle 2, because you're the second sign that I read for today. Clean up on aisle 2, because there are things that we are all carrying around that need to be healed. Okay, and what you got to understand is you have to work on these things. Okay, this is why your twin is going through what they're going through. All right, I got to bring them up because they're a prime example of what happens when you don't heal yourself. I feel like y'all are, trying to work on things and doing the best that you can. Okay, but for those of you who aren't, or who feel like it's not necessary, look at the twin. Look at how the twin is acting. It is primarily because they have all these wounds that they've yet to heal. And when you're wounded like that, the way that they're acting, the way that they're treating you and treating other people, that's how you come out. You come out just like that, because it's a constant running. I know that the twin got to be tired of damn running. They're a damn track star, right? They're running all the time because they don't want to face certain things. But it's like I always tell y'all, that horror movie, right? With the heroine running from the killer, and then at the end, she realizes that if I don't stop running, okay, and face whatever this is, because the killer is representative of fears, right? So if I don't stop and face these fears, they're gonna chase me forever and either end up killing me, or I'm gonna have to keep going until I kill it. So this is what this is about. It's time for you to take stock, Taurus, to see whatever this is and to work on it. Everybody's got their thing. Like I've told y'all before, I have to pace myself when it comes to working, because if Spirit will just let me do what I want to do, I probably would sit here and read all day long, because for me, it's enjoyment. It's not work for me. But doing too much of anything, even if it's something that you love, even if it's the great love of your life, too much of anything is no good. Okay, like I told you, going to the gym, even if it's somebody that goes to the gym and they can't stop going to the gym, it's the same thing. Okay, so you got to figure out what this addiction is, and you have to put the kibosh on it. Okay, all right, let me pull one more card. So we've got mortar and pestle. So this is about breaking things down, to make something else. Potions. Look, we got spell work. Somebody might be doing, I don't know if one of y'all or a few of y'all, or maybe doing spells and doing things like that, but the spell work card is showing up here. This is the spell work card. So like I said, there's light and dark and everything, but I feel like Spirit is just talking about the need to break down whatever's going on, and get rid of what's not serving you and keep everything else. And then with the spell work, this could also be somebody could be trying to do spell work on you. I'll have to look at this other deck. It's another deck where if it needs to come out, it'll come out. Hold on. Okay. It's not showing up. So, okay, let's move forward. So the next two cards we're going to take a look at represent the desires and goals of the soulmate. So we've got the 8 of Swords and the 2 of Wands. Okay, so this person may be stuck in their head over something that has happened to them in their situation. They may have to make a choice between you and someone else, because as I've told you before, Taurus, your person has gotten dragged just like you have. Okay, and they've got healing that they've got to do, and they got to come to Jesus with some certain, with certain things as well. So it's not just you having to go through this. This person has to prepare themselves for this connection as well. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this person is working on being more intimate. Okay. They may have shut down because of the things that have happened to them. Okay. With this 2 of Wands and this 8 of Swords. Okay. But they have a choice to make, and they've got some things to look at too. So they've got to figure out how to open themselves up, open their heart up, and not be shut down as well, because they've been hurt just like you have. Okay. So we have The white wolf. Yeah, this is about your person, the soulmate, building up their confidence, okay? Their resilience, okay? And believing in their power and realizing that you can go through things and get hurt, but you got to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and move on, okay? I'm hearing a Leah. If at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again, okay? All right, next card we're taking a look at is where you are in the connection right now. We've got the Four of Swords. This can talk about like you being at rest. This is like the mini hermit for me. So this is about you, you're going within. I feel like you're licking your wounds. You're trying to, heal whatever it is you need to heal so you can move forward, okay? Let's clarify. So we have, okay, we got this. I saw this in the deck while I was shuffling, because I shuffle the cards off camera too, and then I shuffle them on camera. But this deck I was shuffling off camera, and I remember when I cracked the deck, it came up. So it says needy, clings to the masculine to make oneself feel better emotionally. I hate this card. It says will do anything and everything to please the masculine. So whatever this means to you, okay, like I said, we go through things. Everybody goes through things. This card shows up for me too. And we have to learn from what has happened, okay? So whatever this is that puts you in the needy energy, that's something that has to be healed, okay? And then we got the Spirit Baby card coming up here, okay? So I feel like for some of you, this is Spirit giving you a warning about pregnancy, okay? It could also be talking about the fact that you're going through like a transformation, like kind of like how I tell y'all the in the cocoon, the caterpillar in the cocoon and becoming a butterfly. That's what I feel like this card is talking about. That's what I feel like, that hermit energy. You're going in one type, one way as one type of person and coming out another. So we've got the Man card. You always got people showing up in your reads. I'm about to call you Cancer, Taurus, and it makes me laugh because, like I said, y'all look, you got that whip appeal, you got whatever it is you got, you need to bottle it up and sell it because you'll be a damn billionaire. But it says masculine energy. This is like a person this could be a boyfriend, fiance, spouse, love interest. So I feel like this is talking about soulmate. Listen, soulmate is trying to get to you while you trying to heal, damn it. You got that type of energy. I love it. Okay, so when it comes to where the soulmate is in the relationship right now, we got the King of Cups. Okay, so it's a water sign or someone with a lot of water in their chart: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. As I've told you before, when this card comes up, it is Cancer. Okay, so for me, this is talking about, Spirit is saying that you may have Cancer placements, or your person may have, or you both, or it could be Pisces or Scorpio placements you can have as well. So with the King of Cups, this is talking about balance. All right, so this person is balancing out their personality, both sides of their personality, the light and dark side, the feminine and masculine sides of their personality, so that they can come into this connection balanced. Okay. I feel like this person knows the work that they have to do, and they're preparing themselves, because they're ready to reconcile with you. They're ready to come together. And it's saying reconciliation because, like I told you, for most of you, this is somebody from another life that you've had other lives with. And for some of you, it is somebody from this lifetime. But like I told you, they're coming in with new energy because they're balancing themselves out. But like I said, at the end of the day, it's up to you whether you want to accept this person or not. Okay. Look, this is so cute. Look, so the soulmate showed up on your side, right? You showing up on the soulmate side. So it says girlfriend, fiance, spouse, love interest. So you're both showing up on each other's sides of the thing. This hasn't happened for anybody else yet. So I think it's really sweet. So I feel like what Spirit is saying is that, the two of you are close, really close to coming together, because they're starting to show up in your energy and you're starting to show up in theirs. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next placement. So we're going to talk about what your obstacle is in this connection, and then we're going to talk about your person. Okay. Okay. So when it comes to you, your obstacle in this connection, we've got the Ace of Wands and the Hierophant. So it is talking about, a fresh new start in love and, a higher level of commitment the Hierophant. Okay, committing to a fresh new start in love is what I feel like Spirit is saying. Okay, let's clarify. So that you know, the Hierophant, of course, is your energy. Yeah. See, you're upset about your love life, okay? And you have every right to feel like this. But you can't continue to sit in this energy, okay? This is like the Five of Cups to me. And Spirit is saying that have your time, right? Because you're gonna feel what you're gonna feel, right? And I will never sit here and tell you that you shouldn't allow yourself to feel whatever your feelings are, okay? But don't stay in this. Don't sit and marinate in it, because then you're gonna start to attract things that are aligned with this, and that's not what you want, okay? Yeah, see, we've got the worry with the mice card. Okay, and worrying and stress and all that crap, it can make you sick. I feel like you're just restless. You're ready for this person to come, like yesterday, like last year. You want this person here, but you can't rush this. Okay, Spirit is telling you with this card. Okay, the element of spirit at the bottom, allow, trust in divine timing. So they're gonna show up when they're supposed to show up, and I know it's frustrating because I get frustrated too. Okay, and it frustrates me when I read in the comments. Like I said, I'm happy for everybody that has their person coming in, but then I'm saying the same thing you saying. Well, then where mine at, right? So I get it. Okay, so when it comes to your person, the obstacle for them is the Tower. So let me clarify and see what Spirit wants to say about it. Like I said, it's talking about the change. This person may not be ready for the change yet because they've still got to deal with balancing out their personality. They may be sitting in a lot of pride with this pride card, afraid to take action for fear of embarrassment or shame. Okay. And for those of you where this is somebody from this past life, they may have a difficulty apologizing. So this person, I feel like, may still have some bitterness that they've got to get over when it comes to the last person that they were with, because they were not treated right. They were not treated fairly. And so, yeah. See, they were in something where they felt trapped. Okay. All right. So let me pull one more. The cards are just flying out. So we got the Chariot. Okay. It's Cancerian energy again. So I feel like your person may have those Cancer placements. So this is talking about, overcoming obstacles, right? Balancing out the both sides of the personality, the dark and the light side, getting control of the situation. So I feel like that's what's going to happen, that this person is just taking the time to do what they need, but I feel like they are going to overcome what they need to overcome, because this person, like I said, loves you, wants to be with you. You are already in this person's energy. They think about you. They dream of you. I'm sure you can feel this person's energy, because like I said, you're showing up on both sides. You're showing up on their side, and they're showing up on your side. So I know you're starting to feel this person's energy and vice versa. Okay. All right. Let's get some messages from Spirit. Oh wait, we got one more card. Hold on. One more placement, and then we'll do this. But I'm gonna go ahead and pull them. Okay. Then we've got the most possible outcome for the future. Okay, we got the Nine of Swords showing up here. Let me see why this is showing up. Let me ask Spirit. Nine of Swords, Spirit. Okay. Okay, both you and this person are worrying. Okay, with this card. Okay, this could be nightmares, sleepless nights. I feel like you are longing for this person. You really want this person to come. I feel like for you and your sign, more than any other sign, it's because you got all these people, Taurus, that's just been playing in your face. And I feel like you just tired. You're tired of it all. Okay, but Spirit is telling you that you're being guided. You're getting guidance from your higher self, from anybody in your life with wisdom to help you through this situation. Because look at what your person is worried about. They're wanting to marry you. Okay, that's why they're sitting in the Nine of Swords energy. They're worried about the two of you having a future together. So what I feel like Spirit is trying to tell you is don't worry about this situation, because it's all going to play out the way it's supposed to. Okay. Yeah, see, because you got good luck coming. You got the Jupiter card here. It says, you know, goodwill, fortune, expansion, destiny, turning point. So things are gonna, it's like the wheel. See that in the back? It's like the wheel of fortune. The wheel is turning in your favor. All right. Okay. So when it comes to the messages from spirit, we've got integrity. It says, does this situation align with your values and morals? I feel like this is just a question you need to ask yourself when it comes to the things you're trying to work through from, you know, what happened between you and the twin. Okay. Then we've got spiritual lesson. Spirit is saying this person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. I feel like Spirit is talking about this for the soulmate and for the twin. Okay. Then we have new love. A new love or recommitment to love is developing. Like I told you, for some of you, it is somebody from this past life. Okay. For, you know, majority of you, it's another life, other past lives. Okay. Let's get some messages from your person. Hang on. Okay, first card, it says, do you think about me as much as I think about you? I wish you were next to me. I listened to the music you sent me. Are you going crazy thinking about me too? So like I said, you both really, really, really are really, really ready to be with each other, okay? Because this person is letting you know that they're, you know, they're champing at the bit just like you are to be with you, just like you know, you are for them. Then we've got, okay, I wish I could share my life with you again. Miss Perfect Mirror Acceptance. Okay, so this person is, you know, they're ready to come in and for the two of you to share your lives with each other. All right, then we're going to get these other cards, see what they want to tell you. Okay, no matter how hard I try, my thoughts always sway back to you. So you live in this person's head rent free. Okay, you're both thinking a lot about each other. Okay, then we've got no one understands me like you do. I've told you this before in the past. I feel like you have an effect on this person that nobody else, the things that this person will do for you, they won't do for anybody else. Okay. And then we've got you're everything I want and need. So this person knows that you're the one. And like I said, they're ready to just come on in for the both of you to start your relationships together. But you both have things you have to work on your end before that can happen. Okay. All right. Okay, so I don't trust easily, but with you, I feel so safe and accepted. Okay. You are so damn beautiful that I freeze in your presence and fear making a fool of myself. Okay. Then we've got thank you for being there for me when I needed it most. Get one more. I know how strong you are, yet I feel so protective of you. Okay. You got a lot of similar cards to what Aries got. Okay, now we're going to get a romance angel oracle card. Make sure none fell on the floor. Okay, let's pull, see what Spirit wants to tell you. Okay, so we've got, see, let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. So Spirit is telling you, you know, you can't control this. Trust me, I've tried. You cannot control this. It doesn't matter, you know, it doesn't matter what you try to do, because this is all divinely guided. And I know it sucks because you hear about people all the time on YouTube, oh, they manifested their person and all this kind of stuff or whatever. But we're in something where we just basically have no control over our love lives. And I hate to tell you that, but I got to be honest and tell you the truth. You know, we have no control over it. And it sucks because you could ask my spiritual team. I talk to them about it all the time. I'm like, all I want is to be in a healthy relationship. I'm not asking for world peace. I'm not asking for all the money in the world. I just want to be in a healthy relationship. Is it that difficult? But I mean, it just is what it is, Taurus, you know? So I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Taurus. Hi, Taurus. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's happening for the month of October, and we're also going to take a look at what's happening with your person, the new person, the soulmate. Okay. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the overall energy for this reading for the month of October, like I said, but this is timeless. So whenever you find it, this is what you're meant to see, okay? What you're meant to hear. So we've got the Three of Swords here, okay? This is talking about great sadness that's going to heal with time, letting go of the past, personal growth that comes from challenges, healing misunderstandings, and being there for those in need, okay? So this is my heartbreak breakup separation card. This can also talk about third party, okay? So, I feel like a lot of y'all are going through it now. You are trying to basically heal from what has happened to this, with this twin, okay? Underneath this, we have the Strength card. This is Leo energy. This can talk about, the need for you to believe in yourself, okay? It talks about personal power and realizing that you're stronger than you think you are, Taurus. So whatever this is with this Three of Swords here, third party or just heartbreak, breakup, separation, Spirit is saying you can get through this, okay? And that you need to believe in yourself. Underneath this, we have the Nine of Swords, which can talk about excessive worry. This is like making mountains out of molehills, crying, sleepless nights, nightmares, okay? You've got to stop thinking like this, Taurus, because this only perpetuates more of the same. So if you're thinking and you're worrying about your love life not working out, guess what? You're setting that in motion. That's why, Spirit is always telling you, keep looking on the bright side. Keep focusing on what is positive in your life. If there's nothing positive in your love life, look at something else. Everybody's got at least one thing that's working in their life. And that's what you need to focus on until you can think better thoughts about your love life, okay? But underneath this, look, Six of Wands. Spirit is telling you here. Look, it says victory. This can talk about, public recognition. It can also speak of like some type of promotion. But I feel, and it can talk about success as well. But I feel like what Spirit is talking about with this card, in a love context, the way I read, this is talking about your dream lover coming into your life. So you have some beautiful things that are waiting for you, okay? But you've got to go through this transformation here in order to make that happen, okay? All right, so we're going to start by clarifying this Three of Swords card. Okay. All right, so you are going through some stuff, all right? You're showing up as confrontational. So it's saying you're dealing with things in an aggressive way. You're being hostile and argumentative. And that's understandable, okay? Nobody is saying that you're wrong because you've gotten your heart broken. You had somebody, drag you and be abusive. So you have a right to be in this energy. But what Spirit is saying is you can't continue to sit in it. You have to have your feelings, okay? And then let them go and move on because you have somebody else that's coming towards you that wants to be in a relationship with you, okay? You are mirroring this person, the new person, the soulmate, okay? You used to mirror the twin, Taurus, but now you're mirroring this new person. Then we've got for your person overload. So they're going through some type of something just like you are. Because like I just told you, the two of you are mirroring each other. So if you're going through heartbreak, they're going through some form of heartbreak as well. Okay. All right. So we're going to start with this first card here. The first card here is representing what the main theme of the month is. And we've got the Empress. It's Taurus Libra energy, and it's talking about taking action, you giving birth to your dreams, okay, focusing on abundance and prosperity. So I just had this, I had to tell Aries the same thing. If you have Aries placement, you may want to watch the Aries reading. You have to take this energy here, this hurt and this pain from having your heart broken by this person, and transmute it, put it into whatever it is that you love to do, whatever it is that you were put here to do. Take that energy and put it into this, because that's what's going to help you get through what happened here, okay, and get you out of that Nine of Swords energy, okay? Like I said, it's about you believing in yourself with the Strength card, okay? You've been through a lot, Taurus, okay, but you're strong. and you stubborn as hell. So you need to take that damn stubbornness and put it into building yourself back up, okay? Because this is the true energy. This is your true energy. This is what you truly are at the end of the day. So you got to start to act like it, is what Spirit is saying, okay? Let's clarify. Okay, what are these? Hold on one second. Things are falling on the floor. Okay. Is this the soulmate spirit? Okay, let me get another card. Okay. Okay, so to clarify the Empress, we've got the Secrets card. And when I clarify the Secrets card, first we're talking about separation. Okay, you and this new person being in separation, I feel like, both of you are very frustrated because this is going on. Okay. And then we've got the Ignore card. So there's something, you're ignoring, some red flags you're ignoring. You're sweeping something under the rug. Whatever triggered you, whatever broke your heart, whatever brought you sadness, whatever ways you were abused, these are the things you need to look at. These are the red flags that you need to take a look at. And because you can't put your hand over your head and la la la, like you don't know what's going on, or stick your head in the sand like an ostrich and think that's gonna get you through this. You're gonna have to do the work and do the healing. I know you don't want to hear that. Nobody wants to do the work. Nobody wants to do the healing. It's hard. It's difficult. You feel like shit when you're doing it. But when you come out on the other side, you have somebody waiting for you, is what Spirit is trying to tell you. Okay? So it will behoove you to do what you need to do, because this person is trying to heal themselves as well. Okay? The toxic addictions card has come up. So this person has got something that they've got to deal with as well. Okay. This could be talking about your twin too, because we know your twin like to drink it up and drug it up. But I feel like for some of you, this could be the new person with some type of addiction. Like I said, remember, nobody is perfect on this earth. You can't think that you're going to go through 30, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, 60 years, 70 years on this earth with the slings and the arrows and the shit we go through, especially going through a twin flame connection, and think you ain't gonna pick up no shit. Don't think that's not gonna happen. And it doesn't make somebody a horrible person because they're going, because the addiction may not even be drink, or it may not even be drugs. It could be they could be a workaholic. They could be, somebody like to eat. They could be somebody that go to the gym too much. It could be anything. Okay, when it comes to this card, let me clarify it and see what Spirit is saying. What is this, Spirit? Okay. Hold on. Okay, we've got the deep dark times and isolation, and I need time alone. Okay, so this person, like I said, they've got their things they're going through just like you are, and I feel like they're off licking their wounds trying to figure out how to deal with their stuff. Okay, but I told you, when this person comes in, they're going to be balanced and be ready, but you have to be balanced and be ready as well. Like I said, we're all flawed human beings, and just because this is your soulmate and this person is perfect for you, it does not mean they're perfect. Okay, just perfect in general. All right, so we got the marriage card coming out. All right. For some of you, this person could have been married and they're currently going through a divorce. It could also be just that this is what is helping this person to get through what is happening to them. The fact that they're wanting to love and to be with you. But like I said, for a lot of you, I feel like this could be talking about the twin, that they're dealing with this toxic addiction because they're wanting to come back to you. They feel you moving on with this new person. Okay. Okay, so the next card we're going to take a look at represents the past influences that are affecting this month. So we've got the Six of Pentacles. This is talking about, equal give and take. I feel like, this has been absent in your life. Okay, you haven't had a lot of people that have come in and given back to you what you give to them. All right, let's see. Let's clarify. Okay. So for you, the card that clarifies it is the forgiveness card. We talked about this before, Taurus. I know you're stubborn. I know. Because like I said, one of my best friends was a Taurus. So I know how a lot of y'all are. And I've known other Tauruses as well. It wasn't just that person. But excuse me. Forgiveness is not about, giving the other person a pass. This is about you, so you can get out of this energy, this heartbreak energy, because this right here is blocking you from your person. Those of you who are like, hey, I just can't wait. I want to be with my person, so on and so forth. This is one of the prices of admission. All right. It's forgiving this other person so that you can be free. You can let them go. I don't know. Who knows when they're going to let you go, because they still just sitting in your energy, because I can feel them. So they still just sitting in your energy, but this is about you letting this person go, because you letting this person go is what is going to pave the way for the new person to come in. Okay. All right. Let me get a card for your person. Yeah. See, this new person wants to communicate with you. They're champing at the bit just like you are. They want to see you just like you want to see them, but they got some work that they have to do too, is what Spirit is letting you know. Okay. All right. Next card we're going to take a look at represents the roadblocks of the month. So 2 of Pentacles. It says working too hard or multiple jobs, the need to bring balance and fun into your life, juggling multiple priorities, balancing the budget. So for some of you, you like me, you like to work. And look, I like you got to pat yourself on the back. That's a beautiful thing that you like to work, but you like to work too much, just like I like to work too much. Okay. So Spirit is saying, because that's something I was just talking to Aries about this too. This is something that I have to consciously focus on all the time, because my natural inclination is just to sit down and want to do everything. And Spirit has to hit me, smack me and say, hey, you can't be sitting here and you can't read, do years of readings all day long. You can't do that. You have to have balance in your life. And this is one of the things you got to do too, is you have to balance out your life. You have to have equal work and equal fun. It can't be all work or all fun. It has to be a balance, a mix, a healthy mix of the two. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Yeah. See, because you doing this, it's bringing chaos. Okay. Chaos into your life. It's not good. It's not boding well for you to work yourself like this. Hold on, let me get another card. Yeah, see, self-care is needed. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you. Okay. Hold on. Is this for the twin? No. Okay, give me this one then. Okay, so when it comes to your person, they going through some type of self-deception thing. Okay, because like I told you, this person has gone through a lot of similar things that you have gone through. Okay, like I said, it may not have been a twin flame connection, but they still got, was with somebody that was abusive and was taking them for granted and so on and so forth, just like you were. Okay, so this could, they've got things that they gotta work through with this self-deception card. Okay, there could be things that they're telling themselves, like, they're not good enough, because I've told y'all before, this person is in love with you and they feel very intimidated at times by you. And it could be because of the beat down, not literal, the beat down that they got from this other person when they were in this connection with them. Okay. All right. But then they are trying to grow and expand. This is somebody who's tapped in like you are. They're an empath too. And I feel like they are following their intuition and listening to Spirit. Okay. And being guided out of this type of situation. Okay. All right. The last card we're going to take a look at talks about the possibilities of the month. And we've got renewal here. This is like the Judgment card. It's having like a second chance. So it's saying reviewing the past with compassion and forgiveness. Time to head in a new direction. Clarity on your life purpose. In your heart, you know what to do. So Spirit is telling you, focus on your mission. Focus on what you came here to do. Focus on what lights you up. And that's what's going to help you get through this situation, because that's how I did it. Okay? Because when I was hurting and it was sucking and I didn't want to, that's why I say, okay, I'm going to take all this anger and this hurt and this betrayal, and I'm going to put it into my channel. And that's what I did. And that's how I got through it. So that's one of the ways you can help yourself to move through this as well. Okay? Let's clarify. Okay. Yeah. See, this is about you finding your voice. Okay? And courageously speaking your truth. No matter, where or what it pertains to, no matter what area of your life it is. And it's about you setting boundaries. Okay? Not allowing anybody to walk all over you. Not taking anybody's shit. Holding up your hand and telling them, okay, this is as far as I'm going to allow you to go. And if you want to keep coming, we're going to have a damn problem. Okay? You can't be afraid to push back against people who are stepping on your toes, Taurus. Okay? All right. So, yeah. Yeah, your person's got some limiting beliefs they've got to deal with. Because like I told you, when you get into relationships with people, that's why you have to be so discerning about who you deal with, okay? And I'm talking to myself too. You have to be so discerning about who you deal with, because you pick up other people's stuff, they pick up your stuff. And if the people that you're dealing with are not healthy, they're toxic, you're going to pick up toxic traits. So, and then you have to get rid of them. That's why it's so important to be careful, to protect your energy and not let everybody in, okay? Then we've got the balance card. This person is balancing themselves back out so that, when the two of you come together, they'll be prepared to be in this relationship, and they are detaching from, the outcome, because they, like I told you, they want to be with you just as badly as you want to be with them, but they're detaching from it and allowing things to play out the way that they're supposed to play out, because they realize that spirit is in control of this. It's being divinely guided, and there's nothing they can do about it, and there's nothing you can do about it but to work on yourselves, to prepare yourself for the connection. Okay? All right. So now I'm gonna pull this up, take this down, and we're gonna look at, specifically look at your new person and see what's happening with them. Okay? Okay, so see, y'all want to be in this relationship with this person. They want to be with you, but you have to prepare yourself, because you can't come into there. You got 3 of Swords. You can't come into no relationship with nobody like this. Okay, and just like you wouldn't want them coming into nothing, with you. Okay, let me give you an example. This is probably the energy that your twin sits in. This 3 of Swords energy. Okay, so they're sitting in this energy. It was left unchecked. It was left unhealed. And then they tried to get into something with you. And look how crazy they were acting. Okay? I'm telling you all of this, or saying all of this, to say that this is why you need to heal. Look at what the twin was doing. I'm not laughing at y'all. I'm just laughing at how crazy this person was acting, the twin. And so you can't sit in energy like this and go into something with somebody and think you're going to act right, because you may consciously think all day long, I know what to do. I'm not going to, do this, do that. But when you get into something with somebody, Taurus, and they start triggering your ass and you start triggering theirs, like I said, it's damn trigger city, and it ends up being a big old mess. Okay. And you end up in separation, basically. Okay. All right, so let's see what's going on with your person. Hold on. But Taurus spirit, what's going on with their person? This is for Taurus. What is going on with their person? This is for Taurus spirit. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, so yeah, see, your person is sitting in Queen of Swords energy here. Okay, air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. All right, They're wanting to come in and sweep you off your feet with this Knight of Swords thing here. But they've got burdens they've got to get rid of, burdens that they've got to offload. All right. And they're waiting for the proper time to be able to come in and you know, and communicate with you. Like I said, balance. They got to balance themselves out, because right now they're just trying to hang on and protect their own energy. Okay. So, like I said, we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Seven of Coins, the Two of Coins, and the High Priestess. So what Spirit is telling me, like I said, this is your soulmate, right? The two of you, you know, are destined to have this beautiful relationship with each other. But look at what this card says, the Seven of Coins, patience. Good things take time is what Spirit is trying to tell you, okay? So this is about taking a long-term view of this connection and persevering and understanding that right now, y'all are looking at each other. You looking at them through the cards. If you don't know who they are, they looking at you, really looking at you. And you both have, I feel like you both have feelings for each other, okay? Especially those of you who have seen your person. But, you know, there you go with the two of coins. See, you're mirroring each other because you had the Two of Pentacles, remember? So you're both trying to balance yourselves out and trying to follow your intuition with this High Priestess, which is Pisces energy, okay? So because of that, you're both expending all your energy trying to put yourselves back together, and you don't have time at this particular moment to be in a relationship with someone else. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you. This is the reason why, because everybody's like, oh my God, I want to be with my person. I don't understand, why they're not here yet, so on and so forth. Hold on. And what it is, look, the same cards, I swear to God, I shuffled this deck. I shuffled this deck and the same cards are coming out. So Spirit is trying to tell you what's up. This person may have been in a marriage, but I feel like what it is they're wanting to marry you. They're wanting to come in and marry you. Okay. But for some of you, I feel like it's only a small amount. This person may have been married and may be going through a divorce. Okay. So we've got, look, again, self-deception and communicate. This person wants to communicate with you, but they've got some limiting beliefs and things that they've got to deal with that self-deception card because of what happened in the last connection they were in. And they are detaching from the situation, and allowing Spirit to do, to take the wheel and to guide this connection to where it's supposed to be. So yeah, they do have toxic addictions because look, it fell again. All right. And when it shows up twice like that, that's Spirit confirming that yes, for some of you, your people have their things as well. But like I told you, it don't have to be alcohol. They may not necessarily be an alcoholic or drugging it up or anything like that. I don't think that's what it is. I think it's something like you're not drinking and drugging it up. What showed up, what we talked about with you, was you trying to work yourself to death with the Two of Pentacles. So I feel like it's something like that. Like they're a workaholic, or they may have something in their life that takes up a lot of their time, and they gravitate towards it and focus on it. And this is why this card is coming up, because it doesn't have to be something that's illicit or something that's considered taboo in order for it to be an addiction. Okay. All right. Let's get some messages from Spirit. Then we're going to get some messages from your person. Okay. So this is about the twin. You and this person don't share the same vision. This is about the twin coming. They got to come out. They got to come out any way they can. All right. Look, a new love or recommitment to love is developing. Then we've got, look, marriage again. Look, marriage, the same thing happened to Aries. Marriage is showing up twice. So like I'm telling you, this person is worth the wait, because they're wanting the same exact things that you're wanting in a relationship. And like I said, you and this person have a lot of shit in common. You are mirroring each other. You both going through similar shit at the same time. You both got the damn Two of Pentacles. The cards are repeating. So this is about both of you balancing yourselves out and just letting Spirit do what Spirit does. Because I'm going to tell you, just like I told Aries, it's a situation. Think about how hard this is for your spiritual team to do. Your spiritual team and your person's spiritual team. Because these are two different people that's having similar experiences. And they're you're both healing, probably doing things, going through similar experiences, but you may be healing at one may be healing at a faster rate than the other or whatever. And this is about spirit trying to align the both of you up together like this so you can do like this. Think about how difficult that's got to be, because you may be going along at a good clip with your healing, Taurus, but we all know healing is not a straight line. Just like success is not a straight line, any of the things that we try to accomplish in this lifetime, it's not a straight line. If it was, life would be so much easier, right? So it's like you could be going along really well and then have some type of setback. Like maybe the twin tries to come in and it messes up your mental for a little while. Or the same thing with your soulmate. Maybe they're the person they were with don't want to let go. Okay? Because I've told y'all, you better get ready, because when the two of you come together, your exes are going to be trying to tear the two of you apart. So you got to be mentally together. You got to be emotionally together, because you got to both be able to open up to each other and talk to each other and be on the same damn page. Because if you're not, then it's going to allow the outside influences to come in and tear y'all apart. So you got to think about that. Think about that, what spirit is telling you. Okay. All right. So let's get some messages from your person. Okay, so we've got protected. I will always protect you, my love, even when we are together or not at this time. My higher self is always with you. I will always protect you and the love we share. I will keep boundaries around my heart that only you can cross. Okay? So this person is telling you they want to come in and protect you. Okay? But they are trying to protect you, I feel like, energetically. All right? So that's why I said some of you are probably dreaming about this person, okay? Because I hear that song, I Can Dream. What is it? I can dream about you. That song. Don't get me in here singing. Don't get me here singing. It's an old song. If I can't hold you tonight, that's what they're saying. I can dream about you. Okay, and then we've got my body is ruined for you. No one else will do. Nothing else compares. Just the thought of you sends me over the edge. Like I tell y'all, you and this person are not going to be able to keep your hands off of each other. It's going to be, it's going to be some sexy times had. Let's say that. Okay. We've got, you don't realize how perfect you are to me. I can't imagine a life without you. All right. Let me see if I can get one more. Yeah. Even though you're not with me, my love for you grows every day. So this person thinks about you every day and they're loving you more and more every day. Okay. All right, let's get a Lover's Oracle card before I let you go. For Taurus Spirit. Okay, here we go. So this is what it looks like. And it says playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together. And remember, love is the greatest healer. So you and this person, I think I've told y'all this before, it's going to be like your inner child. Your inner children are going to be playing with each other. Okay. You're going to laugh together, have a lot of good times, be goofy, be silly with each other, not be afraid to let your hair down. This is going to be somebody where you can totally relax with them and not feel judged, not feel picked on, not feel any of those things, because this person is going to hold a safe space for you to be able to do that. And I feel like you're going to do the same thing for them. Okay. All right, Taurus, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Taurus.